Recently, with a lot of the debate going on around torture, with the new details that have come out in the Senate report, letting us know a lot more than we had previously known, I'd like to touch on why we shouldn't torture. And I think no one can explain it better than, believe it or not, I'm going to have to say this, as I never agree with this person on anything, pretty much ever, but that's John McCain. Because John McCain was tortured when he served in Vietnam. And he's going to explain why we shouldn't torture and why it doesn't work. Here we go.
Service. I have long believed some of these practices amounted to torture, as a reasonable person would define it, especially, but not only, the practice of waterboarding, which is a mock execution and an exquisite form of torture. Its use was shameful and unnecessary, and contrary to assertions made by some of its defenders, and as the committee's report makes clear, it produced little useful intelligence to help us track down the perpetrators of 9/11 or prevent new attacks and atrocities. I know from personal experience that the abuse of prisoners will produce more bad than good intelligence. I know that victims of torture will offer intentionally misleading information if they think their captors will believe it. I know they will say whatever their torturers want them to say if they believe it will stop their suffering. Most of all, I know the use of torture compromises that which most distinguishes us from our enemies: our belief that all people, even captured enemies, possess basic human rights which are protected by international conventions the United States not only joined, but for the most part authored. I know, too, that bad things happen in war. I know in war good people can feel obliged for good reasons to do things they would normally object to and recoil from. I understand the reasons that governed the decision to resort to these interrogation methods. And I know that those who approved them and those who used them were dedicated to securing justice for the victims of terrorist attacks and to protect Americans from further harm. I know their responsibilities were grave and urgent, and the strain of their duty was onerous. I respect their dedication and appreciate their dilemma, but I dispute wholeheartedly that it was right for them to use these methods, which this report makes clear were neither in the best interests of justice, nor our security, nor the ideals we have sacrificed so much blood and treasure to defend.
Damn. That's why you don't torture. I couldn't have put it better myself. I mean, people will literally say anything when they're under torture just to get it to stop. It doesn't matter what they say. They will tell the torturer whatever they think they want to hear in order for them to get it to stop. Now, whether that intelligence is true or false, it doesn't matter. They'll say anything. So you can't rely on that intelligence. Secondly, it validates, if you're torturing, it validates the other side to say that they're right, because they get to go, look what these people are doing. Look how unjust that is. Look, they're torturing. That's awful. I mean, there's other people that do it too, but it just puts us at that level, and it just justifies their cause and radicalizes other people more. And this is why you shouldn't torture. Big thank you to John McCain, even though really weird to see John McCain come to the rescue on this topic, as I never really have to agree with him, but right on, John. Right on.